deafening, unmuting. And there we go. With everything back to normal, we are back. We are back. Hello, hello. Apologies, my PC was giving me troubles. But you know what? That was just our break. That's what we're going to call it. We've unfortunately lost out of Zindi at the very moment. As. As, I'll figure out something for that. But for now, uh, where we had just left off was pretty much seeing of a potential outcome of taking some money out of the well.
Yes, yes.
Death.
That's why you don't mess with the church.
As it very much getting written down.
You know, you see some people like coming by probably pilfering his pockets, even though half of them is crushed.
Is it like a thing where just the legs are sticking out?
Yeah.
When they pilfer his pockets and take presumably the gold he just stole, do they die?
I mean, whether that's true or not, a multitude of them got some money left.
Okay, but we don't see them die.
We don't see
Okay,
them
so
die, so
here's
who
the
knows?
question of, if you steal from an offering and that becomes your sin, and somebody is unaware that you stole from that offering, does that make them implicit within your sin as well? Which is a whole thing.
That's a bag of worms.
You're over to the bad word because this is odd. Where pilfering
Yeah.
each other's pockets is pretty much common
Is-
practice.
When you're just witnessing a horror and the person beside you decides to contemplate the technicalities of a sin.
Another day in Zaun.
It's just what's going on in Maury's head right now. I wonder if
Just another day
trying
in Zaun.
trying to figure out, is there a loophole through a god's anger?
But like with everything, enough money, it will make it go away.
No, but she's just going to watch quietly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna talk to this guy.
Would Reko, being in Zaun and with her background, know a bit more about these people, or just
You know the exact same that I told everybody else.
got it?
Unless you specifically wanted to say that you were affiliated with them.
I am not new.
Yeah, because they're pretty much just looked at as a bunch of. It's weird because they looked at it as a bunch of weirdos, but they're like. But they're also like not like anybody that it pretty much anybody that doesn't constantly do trades overseas, like doing the actual rides and stuff, pretty much don't really care because they don't understand how valuable this really is. Especially in the world of Runeterra, having safe passes on sea travel is crazy.
Plus, Piltover's on our port trade cities, so it would be very important here.
Um,
I think Reko would more just turn away from them and just start walking towards alleyways.
Probably just going to move past them. We have no.
I mean, they're just people in Zaun, so
Definitely taking note of them.
You guys
Maybe
continue on.
told-
Where are you guys trying to go? It's getting later in the day.
John looks at the team's current guide, which I suppose is CC. So, how dangerous are the lower levels again?
I mean, how dangerous? Like, I know they're dangerous, but how dangerous exactly are they?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Oh, or were you asking Natsu?
I was asking Natsu.
Yeah, I can give you.
Like, I know they're really dangerous, but
Like, from what I know of just generalized lore, and what Mori would likely know as a character is probably the lowest level. The slump would probably just be where abominations
There you
and
go.
terrors, the worst kind, live. What? Oh God! I dropped my pen. The boundary is
For
not
anyone
loading
that's
for me.
on stream or watching the recording, I pretty much just sent them the text of what the lower level pretty much is, which would be called the sump level. But in either way, it's pretty much the no zone of Zaun, aka you're only down there if you're the worst of the worst, or to throw away trash per se. I say per se because that could mean a lot of meanings.
think of it as, Zaun is. You've seen Zaun pickpocketing and mugging in the streets. This is that times 1,000. Even I don't like to go down there.
It's where your body would be dumped and never found again. To put it into words.
If you were lucky.
I see.
There is also that the mines do start on the middle level, but there are also deeper down mines at the bottom level as well, which are both more luxurious in materials as well as extremely and highly dangerous, especially if you consider the corrosive air.
Maybe we could go. He said look at Zaun and its struggles, but part of its struggles is Piltover. Maybe we could go look at that. CC does not want to go to the lower levels.
Always feels
So-
like we're going for the extremes.
Just to double check. Where are we right now? We're in the Entresso level, the mid range.
You're at the
Where
mid
are we
range
in?
right now.
Alright, so we're at Entresso. And if we wish to look at Piltover, we could make our way to the promenade and move on from there. And get a better look at Zon's higher class, if you wanted to put it that way. Avoid the worser parts.
The only part that I ever go up there is where the markets and games are.
Now, hold up a minute. I know a face when I see one. CC, is that you?
Who's
You'll look over. I'll put it on the screen, but you'll look over. and you see Bobette, someone you know to pretty much be, I believe, to be like the lead mistress of a brothel.
Uh,
As you see, she's smoking on like on her on a pipe right now, but it's not like a normal pipe. It's like the longer version, like you see on the screen. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like a
I
candlestick.
stopped. It's one of the. It's a cigarette holder.
Ah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I kind of stop mid sentence and look over, and I smile and wave, and I go, "What are you doing here?" And I kind of start walking over.
Just for the record, just for that of lore wise, and also so people understand off stream or sorry, that are watching the stream as well. That of Yordle glamour pretty much doesn't really exist anymore, as mostly because of retcons, you could say, but doesn't really exist anymore as most Yordles don't even need to hide themselves anymore. They're pretty much just kind of out there. They're very abundant at the in general. So seeing that of a shorter person that you would honestly assume to be like that of a potential Yordle, but maybe she's just a really short person. I don't know. But she goes, "Oh, you know me. I like to get out and do a little snooping. I'm looking around, seeing about anybody that would be trying to come on down to a little old lady's place, you know what I'm saying?"
And did you find anyone?
Well, I was looking at this hunk of something, looking over at Zindi. But
Uh,
I see they're part of probably with you, so I wouldn't do that to you.
I mean, they're with me, but they're not with me. You know what I mean?
Oh, the old make some friends and skadoodle skedaddle later. I got you. I got you.
The old don't say it out loud.
She didn't. That was her whisper.
Okay.
Considering my heightened senses, would I hear any of this? Like,
I
make
mean,
a
if you have
perception
heightened
check?
senses, then yeah, you would have heard it.
Yeah.
It's like a casual conversation. Just when she said that, she kind of like leaned in, like did a small whisper that couldn't really be heard normally, unless everybody was just like trying to listen in.
You just hear Mori loudly scribble something down in her journal.
So, by the way, you have an ear around. You have an ear around town. Know when new people come in. You know this. You know this guy, Victor guy, but not the bad Victor. Get any intel on him?
Oh,
And I kind of describe
sweetie,
his appearance.
oh, sweetie, of course I know about Victor. Oh, the sweet old lad has been around here for a good little while. I don't know
Oh,
exactly
must
when he
be
showed up, but he's been here for a good few years.
a few years.
Oh, yeah. You don't remember after the whole incident? Things, things weren't quite the same considering Zaun had to come back from a lot of damages. All the pipelines starting to burst and bust and making that of the entirety of Zaun not so livable as it once was. I used to be able to go down to the lower levels after all and just dump trash if I needed to. Now if you try to go to the lower levels, well, you'll need a gas mask at least. But ever since he came along, he built and brought that, well, what some would call a hero. That of Blitzcrank, I think they call him. He comes around
Some
and saves people.
saves people that want to be saved.
Well, would you prefer to be dying under a burning building?
Some of them might.
Sounds like a delightful way to go.
And if that's your choice, then that's your choice. But when you hear the screams of children, I don't think you'll just suddenly do nothing.
Oh, children, obviously not.
No,
Come on, don't.
different
don't.
story.
Well, that's what I'm just telling you. Saved countless of lives. Children, women, men included. And if you ask me, as long as this is just a different Victor, I see no problems with it. He seems like a great man at the very time being, as he's given us much help.
Huh.
Did you appear after the attack of Noxus or before?
Now, I don't know if you would know much about that, but he definitely showed up after. Probably about a year or two after, I'd say. Well, a year or two after the end of the war, I mean.
Huh. Interesting.
Now, as much as I say, I don't think he's too bad. Obviously, there's a lot of people down here who might think otherwise. And I can't blame them necessarily either. I just hope whatever he's doing, it really is in the benefit for everyone like he supposedly is trying to be. It's actually almost kind of funny about, well, I can't really just say that now.
I kind of give a smile and I go, "Well, you've already started. Why don't you finish it?"
Well, my
And
lips feel a
I
little
put
parched.
I put no. As I say that, I put a gold piece in her hand.
Well, she's like grabbing it slowly. She's like, I do remember. I think more clearly now that this man is not very much not in a good setting of lights in Piltover, which is what makes it a little bit strange, considering a lot of people in Piltover apparently doesn't like him that much for what I believe to be helping Zaun out. Now, I don't see why we would have that when we're in peace, or why anybody would have such a distasteful, distasteful means of being hurtful, you could say. But I also am one to agree that I think some things do need to change, at least if we are to have continue even that of the peace between Piltover and Zaun, as I don't know if you can tell, but it's still been terrible around here. I know you remember after the Noxians came, that it was a really peaceful time for at least a year, maybe less than that.
Yeah, trust me, I can tell.
Well, I do need to start to get going here, and it was really nice seeing you, sweetie.
Of course, maybe I'll come by.
Of course, always would love to hear about one of your stories.
Uh, I'll let her leave. That's fine. Not like I could stop her anyway.
She goes pretty much like starts to leave off into the distance a little bit, goes around a corner, basically disappears. And for a moment, it seems pretty peaceful. As after a few moments pass by, oh goodness gracious! Oh, you hear from that
I just
of Babette.
CC just sighs and starts sprint jogging after her in the direction.
Should we
Raga.
be following her or?
Mori will do the same.
Raga's answer, it's like, yeah, we should.
Nice.
And run after. fly after.
So, you guys proceed on very swiftly over the corner, and as you see that of Bobette, there you see that she didn't specifically ask for help to ask for help for herself,
They
because
call an ambulance, but not
now
me.
because right now you see that of a building that seems to have fire basically coming off from it. What you would guess to be like a 3-story shop almost, as comes out fire from one window, coming out fire from another window. As you will see uh, almost like that of a crew of men that are proceeding to swiftly leave that of the scene.
They are running as if they were the cause of it.
If that wasn't obvious, I don't know what is, but maybe it might be more obvious when you see that of some guy that's like, "Stop, hold it," as pretty much you would usually hear those words from that of like an enforcer or something. However, this guy seems to be riding on that of a hoverboard as he's starting to pretty much swiftly chase after these people.
How far away are the people running away?
Are they
Not the
running
person
towards
chasing
us
them, the
or
people
away from
running
us?
away.
From all of you,
Hmm.
uh I'm gonna get back to you on that because there's something I want to point out too. But he's proceeding to like pretty much see as these people are getting into are starting to head towards that of into a carriage of sorts, as he's pretty much proceeding to uh start to chase these guys. So I'm gonna ask you guys here a question here, aka I'm gonna put up a 5-minute timer, and I'm gonna let you guys decide what you guys want to do in this situation. The 5-minute timer, though, does include any questions you got for me. So that starts now.
Question 1: Are they running towards or away from us?
Away.
From where we are. Understood.
Question: do you want us all to do the same thing, or can we split off?
This is completely as you guys want. You guys can split off. You guys can do one thing. I don't care.
Splitting up may be beneficial here.
Does it seem like there's people in the building?
Help!
Cece's going towards the building.
Yeah, Mori will go towards the building.
How far away are the people running
as-
away? Not the people being chased. Not the person chasing them.
The people running away were like about 120 feet, but like, even if you were to, I'm assuming maybe get a shot if it's what you were insinuating, there's still like a big crew, a decent sized crew getting into the carriage, and like once they get into the carriage, they're somewhat protected.
Right, but the carriage is wood?
Earth.
Or...
So, to explain the carriage real quick, the carriage is that of wooden carriage with that of metal, the metal wheels, but it is also has the reins of 2 horses on there, and the 2 horses appear to have some type of green-like liquid mask.
Them horses, cool, I guess.
Okay. And that carriage is about like 120 feet away, you're saying?
Yes, from the exact moment that you got there, but they're going, like, the moment that they go, they're going. Got 3 minutes.
John is gonna go toward a chase after that carriage, if only because if he really pushes himself, he could probably keep up with it for a good bit.
I mean, you could keep up, you could try to keep up with it, but there are other carriages. The only issue is the carriages that you see, any of them, it'd still be technically stealing, but any of the carriages that you see There is one other carriage that has 2 horses. That's kind of like the same carriage that they have, but you see like some people are currently getting into it, just like some normal people, but like some normal Zaunites. But there are 2 other carriages, but those ones are like essentially one-man horses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, John's gonna chase after the people running away. And yeah,
Mm.
if need be, he's probably doing some property damage.
Brago will also be chasing after the people trying to get away.
Mori will send her drone with them.
I don't even think to send my
Is the
crab.
drone? How far does the drone go?
It can go. I'm fairly certain. Let me double check this real quick. But
I'm asking because this is about to
From-
be technically like a highway chase.
yes, my telepathic link, so it takes my orders, or otherwise acts on its own, goes up to. Give me a second. I need a calculator.
In the meantime, where do you guys want Zin to go?
I mean, if there's combat, I don't really want to play for him. This is out of character metagaming a little bit, but we could just use him as a big body to carry people.
I mean, do it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you think you want. I'm giving you the option.
No, I know. This is me being out of character a bit.
I was gonna say, yeah, we could probably leave Zen to also help you guys save people from the burning building.
Yeah, because Cece's running towards the burning building, but she doesn't really have anything to be able to actually help that much besides just being there.
I mean, at least now Rago's gonna be trying to aim for the horses to see if she can at least get them slowed down.
Okay, it has a range of 300 feet telepathically. It can go as far as it needs to from me, based on my own commands, though. I just cannot activate any of its abilities once it leaves that link range. So I'm just going to set it to follow it.
Oh, that was the timer. I was like, what was that noise? All right. With the timer being up, I'm assuming everything's correct here. You guys have essentially chosen your pass here.
Mhm.
So where do I want to start? I have it written down. Okay. You guys going towards the building, hear that of like the fire going off, or the fire going off, explosions going off. We'll get back to that. You guys, Rago, mostly that of Rago and John. What are you guys doing? AKA, I'm assuming if you want to take a vehicle, what vehicle are you taking?
Oh, if their carriage hasn't started running yet.
Oh, they definitely
Um,
started running.
Oh, are the horses within 65 feet?
No,
No. Okay.
like when I say 120 feet start, that's they got in the carriage. It took less than a few moments to pass for them to go yeah and start to go.
Right, so from the carriages, how far away are they now? I'm assuming within the time.
I was gonna say you didn't get very far in just a few moments. They would honestly only be like 90 feet.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I am faster than them on foot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so is Rago. Especially with this placement and long range.
Yeah, John's just gonna look at Rago and say, I'll double down on foot to. I assume you'll take
care of
proper
it.
aim.
Yep.
And John's gonna basically start double dashing at them. Because apparently those horses aren't able to move as fast as he thought they'd be.
Oh, are you? No, you're confused then. No, the horses are definitely fast. I'm saying by the time that you would have gotten to a carriage or closer when they started would have been 90 feet. They didn't start going, they just got it going. So they're just starting it.
Oh, wait, okay, then
It's yet to speed up.
it's yet to speed up. That's honestly all the better. That means John doesn't have to actually overexert himself. Rango, are you able to take it? John's actually gonna look at Rango instead and say, "You want to take a pot shot at them?
At least at the horses.
Go for it."
Mm.
And we'll let this decide whether or not we're
Mm.
running after them or trying to yoink a carriage.
I think Raga would be fine. Just trying to chase after not needing a carriage.
I mean, that's completely up to you, but they also are about to be chased by that of the person on the hoverboard as well, pretty much like right next to him.
Mm.
It's just not playing.
So you want to take the pot shot? Or are we just doing chase on foot?
I can get the hot shot. Want
Okay.
me to roll for it?
Yes.
Does an 8 hit?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say it. 8 shoots right past that of one of the horses, and they get they get going. They just started up, and they are quickly gaining speed.
Wait, how much? How? Hmm, never mind. I'll save that for later.
Yeah, John might as well hop on a carriage and try to catch up to them.
What about Rago? Also,
John, you
what
said you're
carriage? Like which carriage?
The single horse one.
Okay.
Rago's gonna just tag along with John after missing that shot.
Yeah, two of you can pretty much be on basically two of you max can be on that one carriage.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I need to do?
Hold up a second. I'm trying to fix the music for some reason. It's not going at all. But I guess in the meantime, you be an animal handling. Whoever's gonna be taking hold of the horse.
I suppose I am. So animal handling. Normal roll. Let's.
All right. Another 6.
That would be a 6 up to a 9.
Okay, I don't know why this music is the only one that's working. A little bit upsetting, but that's fine. Um, with that, the people in the front proceed to are gain enough speed to where they're pretty much like at least 200 feet ahead of you. maybe almost 300 feet ahead of you by the time that you actually get the reins going on the horse, as it really wasn't cooperating at first.
Well, 200, 300. I do believe they're still within your range, aren't they, Rego?
Nope. Well,
No?
actually. But, oh, yeah, long of 650.
Yeah, and you have the long barrel, so you don't have disadvantage.
Yeah.
I suppose this is a regular chase for us.
Okay. Do I still have like a good angle of the horses to try and shoot at them, or are we just like in the back of
Shooting the
carriage now?
horses would be at disadvantage.
Gotcha.
Because now like the angle to pretty much shoot them is pretty much been changed, and they're also like constantly moving, and you're gonna be constantly moving.
Mm-hmm.
So at least to shoot the horses, it's gonna be super tough.
What about one of the wheels?
I mean, you could shoot one of the wheels, or at least attempt to. They're still made of metal, so they wouldn't like break as easily, but who knows?
Well, better shot now. I'll just aim for the wheels again, or aim for the wheel. Try to see if I can't get it to break. 18.
That hits.
Yes. Dumb question. How do I roll for damage?
In the chat, you see where it says attack damage.
Oh, yep. Or 12 damage.
You guys proceed on into this pretty much barely starting up this chase, getting this chase kind of going. They're gonna be a little bit of a distance away from the initial building at this point, but you've pretty much started riding for not even like a few moments, lining up a shot, going straight towards the middle of the wheel, pretty much hitting to where the nut bolt can like is connected to the wagon to the wheel. As you can see now, the wheel looks very unsturdy as it's proceeding to kind of like wobble the whole way. It's still somehow standing though.
Question. Is this within 300 feet of me? Or would my drone be within 300 feet of me at this point? If it's still with them.
300 feet of the building? No.
Okay, then never mind. It's just watching. Just a way so they know where those two end up.
It's all right. You might be a little more busy over there anyways.
Entirely fair.
I suppose we're gonna have to try to catch up. Or, yeah.
With the wheel wobbling, are they at least slowed down by it, or still?
No, but it does not look like it's going to last very much longer.
Okay. And I'm gonna try and shoot at the other wheel. See if that can help break it a little bit more. That's an 11 hit.
John had to make a turn, a little bit of a turn around of a vehicle that's or a little small vehicle that was in the way as you were trying to make your shot, and it just completely missed.
Are these horses already moving at max speed? On both sides, or what?
Max speed that, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I have short barrel on mine, so I can't really help here.
All good. I'll take another aim and try to shoot at the other wheel again. Dirty 20.
That hits.
Cool. For another 12 damage.
Goodness.
As the next shot that you had taken after hitting the wheel, you had unfortunately had to miss, so you realigned it as you were looking at that of the wobbly wheel already, as you proceed to shoot kind of a part of the metal that's still holding it on, and it seems to be just enough to go through that. Now the wheel kind of snaps off as you see the carriage starts to and kind of does a couple of like a spin or two as pretty much leaving it with the uh leaving it at like sideways. So as it's sideways, now it looks like the person on the hoverboard has caught up with them, with you guys basically soon behind. As you see, the first thing that comes out of this vehicle, you would think for yourself, it's a normal day in Zaun. You're probably gonna see that of a normal guy. You see that of a fist, boom, shoot out from that of the doorway, and as you see coming out from the doorway, pretty much like one hand, another hand, and proceeding to get up out of it. And as you guys are somewhat getting ever bit closer to it, at least to see, you will see that of a bigger fellow, one to be that of large size, that seems to have some type of green-like seeable pipes through kind of surrounding their body a little bit, mostly their arms. But this guy looks hefty. And and the person next to you guys, not next to you guys, but somewhat closer to them, seeing as you guys are getting closer, the guy on the hoverboard goes, "Look, I don't know who any of you are, but I can only assume you're here to help since you didn't shoot at me. So I'm gonna take this one. I'll trust the rest with y'all later." As he proceeds to hoverboard, going straight towards this guy, and as he pretty much takes this guy with that of the hoverboard, they go off, because a little bit further beyond the area that they're at, you would basically need to make like a left turn or like a right turn or something to go somewhere else. No, here, if they go off that of pretty much a very, very large, very, very tall drop, essentially. So this guy immediately taken care of. It's just the rest of the people that are coming out that might not take too kindly to that.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Always and always. Mm-hmm.
And with that, I'll come back to that. But essentially, they're coming. They basically swiftly come. The rest of them swiftly come out from the top of the carriage, swiftly getting into any cover that they can, as they know that they've been getting shot at from the behind. And as that's pretty much being set up, we're gonna go back here to the people that are dealing with the fire. You hear that of a womanly scream, "Help!" as coming from that of what seems to be like that of a like I was saying before, kind of like a 3-story shop. Do you guys just like bust? I don't want to say bust in, but pretty much just come through the front that's already been like smashed down?
I do, yeah.
trying to avoid whatever fire we can. Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, anyways, good luck with that one.
Um,
So you all swiftly enter in, and you see that of blazing fire pretty much just everywhere, destroying what you would guess to be one of the essentially few bookshops that are in Zaun. Why? Don't really know. However, what you do know is you see somebody, and you see somebody right next to the person that was screaming, as you can't really see them too well because they almost look like that of a black figure. You see very swiftly, as you guys are entering, there's that of pretty much that of a smoke bomb that gets put down, as all traces of them essentially just disappear, as you see a woman crying next to that of a man that has essentially been only what you could guess to be assassinated.
they always go for places of learning first. Um, can we get to the woman?
You could get to the woman. There's also people that are also like coughing, dying on like the upper levels, the lower levels, stuff like that. But I'm gonna get more into that here in just a minute.
Okay.
Because now I'm gonna explain to you guys something here. This up. You guys are being put into a challenge area. You guys are essentially on that of a time limit, but not an actual timer. I mean a time limit of something else here, as this place is burning down. There are people to save. So I would like and ask kindly for you all to put yourselves onto initiative here. As whilst you're doing that, what is a challenge? What is this challenge area? What does it mean? It means you guys have a certain amount of wins that you guys need to get to completely successfully do this, and there's a certain amount of losses that you guys would have to get in order to actually lose this event and things become worse. Now how does this event work? It's called we're gonna go in initiative order here, and I'm pretty much gonna ask you to give me like some type of skill spell or something here that you can use that would help the situation. And if you proceed to roll, and pretty much if you make the roll, that'll count as a success. If you don't make the roll, that'll count as a failure. If you get a nat 1, that's a double failure. If you get a nat 20, that's a double success. For the amount that you guys would need to get here, actually, before I get into that, I forgot to say, you guys also, whatever ability or skill you use here, uh, cannot be repeated on the same turn. That means if somebody wants to use athletics here, they can. But during this round, nobody else can use athletics.
Gotcha.
On the next round, anybody can. But once it gets used for that round. These rules are prone to change for potential other challenge areas, but for now, that is the basics. As I will tell you here, be glad that you had brought that of Zin. Why do I say that? Because in order to successfully complete this area, you would have needed 9 wins and 0 losses. But for every person that is here, they would add that of a loss, obviously, so that way you can, make potential mistakes, as well as take away from 2 needed wins. What does that mean right now?
So 5? If you needed 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, right?
It would be put down to
I am bad at math, so.
So 9 total. Each person reduces the amount of wins we need by 2.
It would
yes?
turn into 3 wins, 3 losses.
So we need 3 wins.
Correct.
All right.
And we can get 3, or we can get 2 losses, technically. We don't want 3.
So
No.
it's like a death system.
Actually, yeah, you're right. I was trying to think of it, but yeah, that is exactly what it is.
Understood.
Go ahead and roll yourself on the initiative if you haven't already.
Mhm. Ooh. All right, I guess I'm up first.
Well, that being said, Maury, you were up first.
All right. Then Mori's going to probably grab as many of the injured as she can, kind of like trying to move them out the door, but any that cannot, she's probably just going to use one of her spell slots and cast Cure Wounds. And to help them regain hit points, which I believe.
So that's what you're doing.
Yes.
And for that, you will not get that of bonuses. Instead, you will get that of a flat d20 roll, but you will get that at advantage.
Nice.
You got this. I believe in you, Maury.
Well, I actually need to cast the spell first, real quick, so I can get that spell slot consumed. Where's that? Ooh, that scared the shit out of me. That was a max roll. Nice. And then roll 2d20.
Yeah, it's pretty much just normal d20 advantage. No way.
Oh my god.
No, whoa, shot.
Oh my god.
No shot.
This is what happens when Piltover is trying to help.
Okay, wait. At least you proceed to go and start to like take people, and you're like trying to heal them.
Rolls.
Oh my god.
I had a natural 20 at the start, and then I had a fucking 18, and now a fucking
Not
like,
dude,
what was it,
come on, cut us
16?
some slack.
2 nat 1.
I can't cut you any slack. That was the advantage roll. What am I supposed to tell you?
Cut us some slack, Natsu. Come on.
What the fuck, bro?
So, as Mori proceeds to start to try to help and take people, and proceed to like
I-beam just crushes 2 of them.
Mori's helping and taking people. Except the thing is, it's Zaun. The people you try to help instantly go to stab you.
Moira, you should have been expecting that.
Yeah, I mean, I am wearing like very nice clothes, like lined.
No, I still need help. It's just instinctual stabbing. I'm sorry.
I look over and I go,
Instinctual stabbing. What is this place?
I go, Leon, let the woman help you. Leon, stop. Put down the shiv.
So how much damage do I
Muscle memory.
This one isn't really about damage, but like if you think about it, it's probably like five piercing damage. It was pretty much what it did was you're trying to heal them, and then he stabbed you and interrupted you.
Yeah. Cool. 12 hit points of HP just that I could have been used for healing. It's just useless.
With that being
Love
said,
that.
With that being said, you guys are at 0 wins, 2 losses.
Oh my god.
Cece.
Alright guys. I fucking suck apparently.
I'm gonna go over I don't really have. I don't know what I would use. I'm gonna go over to the woman that's crying over the dead body, and I kind of lean over to her, and I'm saying softly, like, "We have to leave, please." I'll roll a
That's a
persuasion. Yeah. I'm like there's no point in crying over the dead. They can't hear you.
But my husband just died.
Suck it up, Buttercup. Welcome to the
17.
Yo, that's a win. She looks at you. She's like,
Oh, it's a win.
she,
Oh, it's
she
a
doesn't
win.
want to. She doesn't want to leave, but like
The dead can't hear you. Please.
she kind of like sucks it up a little bit. Like she grabs like that of a couple of books that are looks might be important to her, and she zooms out.
One saved. Countless stabbings ensued.
So for ZD here, we're gonna use his athletics to pretty much start to try to grab people, and after seeing you get stabbed, we're gonna assume that he's like hold tighting them. He's like, you're not gonna be able to use your arms while I got you.
Still see a little shift, just trying to
Go.
That's a win. He successfully gets people out as the building, more fire coming out. Now, here's the true test of faith. Maury's turn. Two wins,
CC looks over
two losses.
CC looks over at Maury and goes, "Don't try and save people. Put up the fire or something. They instinctively don't like you. They can smell Piltover on you."
The worst part is it's true, actually. You would.
Yeah, it's because she smells nice.
Yeah, they can smell
She doesn't
Piltover.
smell like shit. She smells like flowers or, well, and dead people, but.
She smells like the perfume that you put on corpses, yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say it's like bleach.
No.
No, bleach and chemicals, that's the type of stuff Zonite people would smell like. They smell like hard chemicals or like haven't showered in or bathed in years.
She's very clean with herself, so yeah, she smells nice. I can cast the spell Repair Damage, which repairs a structure, but I think that... Does it only work for constructs? No, it says creature or object. So I can just fully repair like a part of this place to stop it from coming down quicker. I don't have much that could stop fire. Unless I use the would my repulsive pulse on my staff clear away flame?
That's a good question.
Because
No,
it's just an energy force to like clear an area.
Natsu knows not.
My issue is that it says that you have to point at a creature. So I'm trying to think if you could use it like that.
You're telling me there's not a secret fire elemental causing these fires in the building? Be reasonable.
I think I am
Says
being reasonable.
thunder.
Anyways, if you
or I
want to,
could...
you can. But again, I'm going to tell you it's the same thing. A D20 with advantage.
What's the odds?
It's with advantage.
You have
so
two wins,
significantly higher.
You have 2 wins, 2 losses. Just putting it out there.
I just want to point out that if we get 3 fails, all 3 of them are Moiri.
No pressure or anything.
I don't know what else she would do. She's...
Well, remember you could use any of your skills. It's just pretty much this is the for the challenge areas. This is pretty much just you think about how you could use any bit of your character.
My highest scores are in Arcana and Investigation. I don't know how
If you
either
can,
of those would.
somehow make reason out of those, I'll use it. It would have to at least sound reasonable, though.
Cure Wounds isn't by touch. No, it is touch. God fucking.
Oh, the struggles of having to use tech.
I should just repair damage that shit. I guess keep the structure from falling or something. I don't know. Or no, because I don't.
Oh, since we're talking about skills, I did forget to say, because of how Foundry is with their especially with the updates, you still have the technology skill technically, but you have to manually roll it because it's not going to show up there now.
So I have a +7 in it? Or is it a +13? No, it's because I have +10. I had it written down somewhere.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was just it's something I'll change again later, but I can't do it right now until some certain modules get updated. I mean, but still, at the end of the day, I would need to have a logical explanation of how you use it.
I think if it was going to be a technology check, it would probably because she'd be pulling out her items or inventions or something to kind of. I mean, this is a house. There's probably a water line somewhere, some kind of pipe where a liquid would be running through it. She can use to cut it or like quell the fires.
I mean, seems reasonable enough. If you want to give me that
I just
techie roll whenever you can find that.
Yeah, I just gotta figure because it's. I do
No,
math right
I
now.
believe in you.
It's
a gas line.
Got this.
initiative plus. And I have. I think I have expertise with it because of. So hold on. My brain is trying to do math. What's proficiency?
Your
Twice because of
proficiency is
expertise.
+2.
+2, and then +10, plus my intelligence, which is a 4. So that totals up to 6. 16. I have a +16. I thought it was. Oh, and then I also get an extra added on bonus because of it's the renowned innovator or inventor. Hold on. I need to find the features. Renowned innovator. Receive proficiency with technology if you receive expertise in it. +5 bonus on any roll that uses technology. And then
big bonus is coming from.
So 5 +4 plus an extra 4, 13. Yes.
I think 13 is right.
So I add +13 to this.
Your chances of failing are very low, but not impossible.
Why would you say this? Oh my god, I saw one
I saw the one for a second.
I saw the one for a second.
You know,
Oh,
it's
there is-
because when
I
you
rolled
roll
2 of
two
them.
nat ones,
There's not much hope left in this world after rolling that.
like
Everybody looks at you and goes, "There's the motherfucker that rolled 2 nat ones. You're not gonna remember me for the 20, the 18, the 16, the full 8. None of that you would remember. But hey, let's look at the motherfucker that rolled 2 nat ones.
so yeah, this
I'm
is now the
grabbing-
time we all laugh at Maury for rolling 2 nat ones with advantage.
I mean, it would have been even worse if you failed that roll. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's-
If I failed that roll, kill me.
So Maury, you look around. You're using any tech skills that you pretty much got. You're like, where's the lighting? There should be some water lining. And you're looking and you realize one thing. You're in Zaun. safety is not a part of anybody's care. So you're like,
Zaun has water.
Zaun has water, but like not every shop
Don't-
can afford everything.
Don't
It
diss
has
my
water.
home, my man.
It's just filled with chemicals and dirt and grime, yes.
But either way, you look around and there's not necessarily like a water, like there would be like that of like a sink or something, but it's not like any specific water pipeline that you could really bust into. So instead, you proceed to pull out any one of your inventions that you want to say, as you proceed to pretty much uh use it to make one of the pipes that are going along the ground, at least like the one that would pretty much go to the sink, pretty much erupt and burst up as if it was like a spring fountain. With that, it creates that of your third win, meaning you have successfully
Thank
completed this challenge. And with that burst, that pipe burst, everything that's in here pretty much slowly is now becoming that of uh everything's slowly dimming down to where there really isn't fire much anymore now. And as you guys are kind of like bringing out some people to, because there were still some people that are injured in there, like you might have taken away the fire but you haven't taken away the smoke. You all kind of like finally take that of maybe like a breath or something on the outside of the shop, as you're maybe even exhausted after that whole thing. But you're seeing as the fire is dimming down to where it's pretty much not even noticeable anymore. You see that of people in Zaun start to kind of like come around, and I say come around because at first it was kind of like a dead zone, like nobody really wanted to be outside, like no one was really even in the streets. But now people are coming out, they're seeing you guys, and it's weird because for a moment of silence gets changed. Woo! Woo! As people start to clap and cheer as they can see that of the people that you've been bringing out of the burning building.
Cece's gonna ignore their cheers and look to see if she can find where the carriage went.
Long gone.
Direction?
What do you mean by that? Do you mean you just want to go in the direction
that they went?
You can go the direction that they went, but I don't think anything's gonna help you right here. It's because they still went a good bit.
I love your cheers. I've seen what made you boo.
Well, yeah, that Rick and Morty quote.
They're pretty much they like some people seeing like with all the some people seeing you a lot. They're kind of like they've been cheering for a little bit, but it's still a little bit weird to see that of at least Zindi. But at the moment, they're kind of questioning before you guys can truly like leave. If anybody wants to leave, they're trying to be like, "Who are you people? Who are you people? We gotta know."
Mori's probably more focused on helping with the healing of just tending to anybody who's really, really injured, instead of actually paying attention to what's being said around her. Much more focused on actually helping than taking any kind of glory from this.
Yeah, I kind of just go, "You already know me," and continue to leave. In fact, I'm gonna turn into a vulture and fly after the carriage.
How would you find it with all the smoke?
Well, go high enough. I have 20/20 vision as a vulture. I have enhanced senses sight.
I still didn't answer my question.
I can. What do you mean? How do I find it? I fly in the direction it went until I see it.
You could. That's what I'm telling you. You could fly in the direction if you want. I'm just telling you right now, you're not going to see it for a good bit.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying I'm trying to join their scene. That's where I'm going.
In the
That
meantime,
Zaun smog be hitting the enhanced senses different. Oh, sorry, you got keen smell. Pestilence.
and what about you, Maury?
He's going to stick with the injured and with Shinde and sort of work on helping others that will need her. Tending to burn wounds, doing what she can with her medical kits. That kind of thing. Keeping an eye on anybody and everybody near the scene, seeing if somebody comes back to check on it. Especially the one who was killed on the inside. He's also just putting out the rest of the fires, making sure it doesn't stretch to any nearby buildings and continue.
The only thing that I will say is if you're trying to see anybody that would come back necessarily, you would kind of have a hard time trying to even see that in the first place, just because it's basically a bunch of people
So-
coming out of the woodworks,
Mhm.
So it's already kind of like, if there
Difficult.
was, it could have been any one of them.
Mm-hmm. It'd be hard to differentiate.
In the meantime, though, as you guys getting praised and everything of the sort, we're gonna go back here to John and Rago, as I'm pretty much going to be setting up this map here as you guys are gonna get put on it.
Oh, that's smog.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go AFK real quick. I'll be right back.
I didn't put the carriage on the map specifically, but you could just assume that it was crashed somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, they have walking noises.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, there's tiny guys and one medium dude. Oh, never mind, that's just our size. Got it.
And I gotta put you guys on the map. Set yourselves anywhere you want up here, as long as it doesn't go past these boxes.
That is very cool.
Interesting feature.
I'll be here. Do you want us to roll initiative?
Yes, it is time to roll in some initiative. I'm just trying to also get all these guys here. Yeah, there we go.
Great.
I would love to have more battle music, but again, only got one track working for some reason. So with that, oh whoops, we're gonna have to roll them individually. All right, with combat getting started up here, everybody's pretty much gotten out of the carriage, started to set up as their big boy somewhere got swiftly taken to who knows where. But you guys setting up behind some barrels already readying to attack if need be, especially considering that these guys already look aggressive. This guy up here is going to proceed to kind of shout, "Things don't gotta get ugly, but they will." And with that, he is going to use that of his dash action. Whoops. He's going to use that of his dash action in order to get towards that of behind this crate, and that's going to be his turn.
John is a violent person. It comes with the job. So he's gonna walk at a relatively brisk pace here. See one of the dudes here. And let me see, where's the targeting? There we go. Select target, selecting that as a target.
I'm back.
I also forgot to mention you can press the Argon combat HUD if it makes it any bit easier, which is the little swords on the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that. I will figure that one out later. But for now, John shoots once at the one that he targeted. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
No questions asked. We're rolling damage. Battle Fear. Oh, it's just 8, not 8.5. It has to cut itself in half because
it registers at just 8, so that's fine.
Featured. Yeah. Anyways, bonus action. John actually gets to shoot again. Also, he gets pushed 5 feet back. There's no save. He just gets pushed 5 feet back. Bonus action, he's gonna shoot again and gain 10 feet of movement. I just need to pull that out. Where is it? This. So he's gonna shoot again with his bonus action. 23 to hit. Again, Battle Fury triggers again, so I'm went from 20 to 19, now I'm 18. On an 18, I will crit. For another 12 damage. And push him again 5 feet back. John now has 20 feet of movement left instead of 10, so...
You see that? You see that? Made him blood spatter.
Jesus Christ, gunning this man down in the street.
Oh yeah, John's actually pretty combat oriented.
He said John Wick wasn't just a name.
Literally, John's just gonna take one step over here because he doesn't actually have a good place to rush to. Or well, actually, yeah, he's gonna be right there and end his turn.
All right. They're shooting our guys. This guy up here is going to move a bit closer, getting that of somewhat more of an open area, but still next to that of here. You are within 60 feet. So, he's going to arc up a arc up his gun a little bit as a. I don't know if I can. He's gonna arc up his gun here a little bit as he's going to proceed to, if he can do it. Yep, here we go. He's gonna target you with that of pretty much straight on you. There we go. Oh, that of a what seems to be like grenade coming out. Oh, and with that though,
Yeah.
on a he pretty much on a nat 1 instead he will, where is this?
That's a
He will
misfire, ain't it?
kind of, but I'm gonna explain it to you because it's really funny. Because you look up to see this guy that was like, you can't do that to our guys. He shoots at you, and you're not even sure what it is at first, and then it pretty much proceeds to like hit that of the crate, and it doesn't explode on contact. Instead, it goes. It comes over to this guy as this guy's like barely getting back, kind of somewhat getting back up, so hold himself. He looks down, he sees that. Oh shit. as he goes oh shit. He's dead.
Oh, killed his own dude. Hey, at least I'm not the only one to roll a natural 1.
Man's just became the comedy relief.
Oh my god.
He goes,
Comedic relief.
sorry Dave. He won't hear me anymore.
Sorry, Dave.
Anyways,
Really didn't like your bitch ass anyways.
Multi-attack. Here comes the second one. That one's a natural 20.
The economy of mankind.
What is Foundry's deal today?
I don't know, but here's a critical hit.
And I'm still up.
And I'm still standing. It does 19 bludgeoning damage because I'm more so using the explosion force of it than anything. But it pretty much goes straight to your feet, and now you're like, oh shit, as you pretty much are somewhat get back into that of cover. But you blew off a good portion of your suit, wherever that may mean.
Expensive, but okay.
It's the back end of the suit, so it's like that one picture of the guy standing there in the suit. Back half of him is just seared off.
That was that guy's turn, but the next turn would be to the guy that isn't with us anymore. Anyways. This guy up here is gonna run. It really zooms me when I'm doing it. And he's pretty much trying to take cover behind that of the crates. It seems like this guy's getting closer. This guy also is going to proceed to also dash to try to get closer. Seeing at least what you started to do with his buddy, he's gonna try to, at least for now, still be somewhat in cover into that of one of the crates. Whether it helps him or not, who knows? Rego, becomes your turn.
Hey. Sorry, just check. Rago is gonna take their musket and shoot at the guy with the grenade launcher.
Which one?
Or this one that got out at first, that killed his buddy.
The mess up.
The mess of money.
All right.
Let's see. Does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Ah. I do not really have a whole lot of bonus actions. However, Rago is gonna just move to, maybe move. Okay.
You're on the measuring tool.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how to.
Top left, you had to click on the Hewitt token and then click on the one that says select tokens. There you go.
Essentially just move right there.
Is that your turn?
That'll be Rago's turn. Yep.
All right. These guys are shooting us, and I don't like it.
That's too damn bad.
So, normally, this guy would have. Normally, you would have that of half cover because you're behind that of a crate. However, because of what these guys are using, it has arcing, aka it's gonna go over the crates. He's gonna try to shoot one straight at you again, or at least another one is.
That's a miss.
That's such a damn cool sound effect.
As this one proceeds to he doesn't have the arc, it kind of bounces off the crate back to further to your left. You gotta shoot again. Huh.
That will also miss.
Maybe.
Got me nervous there with that 19.
Maybe one of the maybe the once in a while crit was just a once in a while crit in general to hit. Anyways, both the bombs pretty much go off in different directions. As he's like, gosh, dang it. Proceeding back into the next turn, which is John.
John's gonna take a step, 2 steps to the side actually, in order to see the one not the ones shooting at him, but the one that decided to hide out near the corpse. And he's actually gonna take 2 more pot shots. So on a 17, this counts as
Yep.
Wrong side. On a 17, this counts as a crit. That's not a 17, but as a 15 hit.
Yeah, wait, hold on. So normally for my games, you have to go over the AC, so no, it does not hit.
That is all I need to know. Bonus action, we shoot again. This is my last free bonus action shot. The 18 does hit. On a 16, I'll crit, but that's for next turn. That one takes 12 damage, gets pushed 5 feet back. John gains another 10 feet of movement, so he's back to 40 feet. And with that 40 feet, he's going to and end his turn.
That becomes this guy's turn. He's gonna immediately try to walk to get a bit closer, as seeing that of Rhaego there, who's also been trying to take some shots. He's like, try this one on for size, as he's gonna proceed to try to shoot you with some simple grenade tactics. We're just gonna move on. Can't be worse than the first.
You'd be surprised.
17 to hit.
It would, but I'm gonna use shield.
Can you like not?
You think I meant? You think I built Rago for damage?
I mean, I don't know what you built Rhaego for. He's just there. Then with that, it's just kind of like a, what the heck? I thought I hit him. And then that's the end of his turn. That guy's dead. This guy, he's gonna be zooming. He's catching up. That's his turn. This guy, also gonna be zooming. Perfect. Using that of his action to dash, he pretty much gets right up to you, and he's very threatening little guy. You know what I mean?
He's just on me now.
Oh yeah, he's ready. He's got his spiked like gauntlets, and he's or not gauntlets, but like spiked brass. They're pretty much like brass knuckles with spikes on them, and he's ready to go. Comes your turn though, Rhaego.
Cool. With him that close, I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp. Are you? Anyways, I assume an 8 doesn't hit.
An 8 does not hit. He's like,
Script.
He's like, don't touch me.
Raga's just gonna say screw it. And is gonna try and fly straight upwards.
I mean, even if you do that, he still will get an opportunity of attack, because that would
Yep.
still be leaving his threat range. But you can do that.
Yep. I'm good with that.
I know it says dagger, but it's his spiky gauntlet.
19 hits.
Lowest damage I can do, 4 damage. Get stabbed. The epitome of the stab.
Cool. And yeah, Rago with what doesn't seem like anyone else that's able to is just gonna fly straight upwards and stay up. To the max 30 feet that they got.
I mean, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Is that at the end of your turn?
Yep.
What the heck? That guy is up in the sky. Well. They didn't call me a good shooter back in the day for nothing. And he's gonna proceed to make his grenade attacks here onto that of John, since he's the one on the ground currently. Well, I say ground, but I mean on the ground floor. That on the ground currently, as he Unfortunately, as this guy will have to make attacks at disadvantage. Oof.
That's a miss.
Oof. Maybe they didn't call me that great of a shot back in the day. Maybe. As that proceeds to end his turn.
John, seeing that there's the one that he was shooting still up, he's gonna shoot again. That's a 24. I forgot to shift my target. That's my bad.
That's fine.
And wait, what did I? Oh, wait, that's a crit. Thanks to Battle Fury.
It is a crit.
So we're gonna roll for crit.
Who are you targeting?
The one that's been trying to punch at Rygo for 17. Yeah, push that back 5 feet diagonally. And how many bravery points do I have? Let me just double check this.
You know what, man?
Brave.
Maybe you don't gotta do this. Maybe we can stop here.
Bravery. Let's. Well, I have at least 1 bravery point, so we're gonna use that bravery point. And bonus action shoot. Because
I'm
duelists we do that.
still standing after all this time.
Oh wait, actually wait. No, I cannot. Yeah, I read that wrong because I'm stupid. We're actually just gonna bonus action dash. We're gonna bonus action dash real far.
He lives another turn.
Yeah, basically. 40 feet like this. And you know what? Seeing as how there's so many people, we're straight up going off the map here. By 35 feet. Because bonus action dash. Because this.
I'm gonna say, if you do that, you would be proceeding off the map, so you'd almost be like somewhat exiting the scene. But I only say that because of the thick like fog, which is why I kind of represented the thick like fog on the map. Because this is just normal in Zaun, so like seeing very far distances, at least with all this mist, would be automatically basically put at disadvantage if you weren't like on the map.
Yeah, I plan on getting back on the map, because I can just walk and then walk out. It's basically just to not get shot again at normal. I can always walk back. It's not actually that far away.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Though I will say, this guy's like, he's running, get him. As he's gonna proceed to shoot at the person that's trying to go pretty much off the map. Then, and the reason why I say that is because his normal range, which I'll just tell you at this point, is 60 feet, and his long range is 250.
I'm fine with dealing with his long range.
So
Disadvantage is disadvantage.
we'll see if it matters.
Attitude.
That
Attitude.
misses. That still misses.
It's just
Sucks to
is
suck, my
there
guy.
one
It's
thing
not my
keeping
fault.
them
There's fog in my face. Oh, that's his turn. That guy's dead. This guy would still be very kind of behind you at the moment since you're still a lot further, but they are catching up. This guy, this guy. This guy's gonna make probably the smartest decision that he's made in this entire scene here. And he's gonna proceed to try to run away into that of a building. Pretty much swiftly, like, entering in through probably like a random window. He might have even had to break in a little bit, but he got in and pretty much is in a building now. He's trying to almost look like escape at this point, considering that he was holding his side. He was heavily bleeding. Who knows? For now, comes Rago's turn.
Yeah. Rago at this is gonna. How do you ping, by the way?
You can just hold left click.
Oh, cool. Rago's gonna try an Eldritch Blast with that guy. For a nat 20.
Rest in peace, Home Slice. Your existence was shit and short-lived.
That's 2d10, right?
If you just press damage, there's a critical hit that you can click.
Ah, gotcha. Cool. For 13 force damage.
It still hurt. He gets shot apart, like he gets shot and is like a part of his side kind of is now pretty much revealed. He's got heavy burn marks on that side from the Ren miss of the Eldritch Blast. What the heck did he hit me with?
But yeah, Rago's just gonna still just stay in the air, keeping an eye on them. But that'll be my turn.
I'm gonna do this because it's funny. So, whoops. This guy proceeding closer. He's going to proceed to try to hit you here in the sky. Now, you'll see why soon why this is gonna be funny if this at all does anything. He is in that within normal range though, because more so because it would still be diagonal, but in either case, he's gonna roll. All right, so I assume a 23 would hit. So, Rago, here's the funny thing. He shoots his grenade at you as it's coming towards you. You didn't notice it at first, and it goes ding, right off of you. You take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And at some point in midair, you're gonna see it explode, but it didn't explode on you. It just dinked you.
Just dinked off.
It's like, maybe if I go for the head.
So,
He's gonna try it again.
Oh my god.
He's an
shot.
He's an expertise now. All of a sudden, he's hitting you, but it doesn't do much damage. It's 1 damage. So
2 damage.
You're getting pelted by a literal rock.
A grenade launcher, but like solo power. That'd be like getting hit with a monster can at terminal velocity. So it's like getting hit with a rock.
it would seem like it would do more damage with just the propulsion, but at the same time, it's just because the force
like a
on
t-shirt
these
can.
shooting these, yeah, the force on them isn't that much. So if you were getting hit with an actual rock, you really wouldn't take damage. This is you're actually taking damage because it's still some type of damage. Either way, he's like, I see. I did hit him though. I hit him twice.
So, I know that I can technically shoot with my offhand as a bonus action.
Mhm.
Is it an object interaction to swap my gun to my offhand? Natsu?
But you're just like quickly. You're pretty much going from a gun in left hand to gun in right hand.
Yeah.
No, I'll just count that as a free action. So like an
Cool.
object interaction, essentially, just like a free action. So
Yeah, okay. I might do it. I probably won't, but I might. John walks back into the fog with 35 of his 40 feet of movement. And he's gonna shoot at this one. So let's shift the target over to him. If it goes into target mode. Oh, target mode. There we go. Battle Fury obviously reset, so we're just gonna see if this hits. Does a 16 hit?
yes.
Alright, normal damage. 9 damage, push back 5 feet. Yeah, we're not gonna... No, we'll do that next turn. For now, we're gonna bonus action dash and move 40... Yeah, 40 feet off the map. Because I genuinely do fear as I'm at 8 HP.
You know what? This guy's onto something.
Oh god.
You know what? Why not?
Bounces back.
I was
Like
more...
TF2 with like the
Hold on a
baseball bat
second.
and the scout.
Hold on a second. All right, so he goes, doo, doo, shooting out both of his shots from his launcher as it doesn't even get close to you. Honestly, he shoots right past you and it goes and hits like essentially like one of the like flagpoles for a second and bounces right back right towards him, and he's like, oh shit.
Oh shit. Love that.
As he
And you having
as the force from the explosion hurts him a good little bit there. That ends his little sad turn. This guy would literally have to dash to get to you, so he's gonna do that. Now you've got a guy in front of your face here, but he did have to use his dash. So with that is his turn. This guy is now no longer in combat. Whoops. He comes out of Rago's turn.
Ranko's gonna see the two trying to fire, sigh deeply, and just start flying up again another 3 feet, so they're 60 feet in the air. And is going to Eldritch Blast this guy on the right.
You will be at disadvantage if you do that because you're accepting being heftier into the fog.
What if I just went up 10 feet? Will that...
Yeah, you could go up like 10 feet. Pretty much like once you go past like kind of like 40 feet, you're gonna be too deep in the fog to really see much.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll just stick at 40 feet. And then yeah, Eldritch Blast for now. So let's see what I get with that again. 21.
21 hits.
Or 6 force damage.
What the hell is this guy hitting me with?
But with knowing of like how thick the fog is, Rago's gonna use another 10 feet and just go into the fog, kind of taking a book out of John's playbook.
All right. I'll be on every turn.
Yep.
This guy is gonna make a swift decision here as he looks, seeing that you pretty much have been flying, and now you're pretty much deeper in the fog. He's people. The other person that was pretty much also here is very far off to at a point where it's not even worth it. He's like, screw it, you need to get out of here. He's gonna start booking it. Using that of his dash action, he's gonna also pretty much go into the same, kind of like the same building. It's more so like a building to cut through to other places, but he's gonna cut into the building and he's gonna disappear.
So I can see the dude in front of me real clearly, right?
This dude dashed up to get to you. Yeah, he's like literally right in front of you.
Okay, cool. John's basically gonna wrap around him using 10 feet of movement, diagonal around him.
Try to do some
and then-
fancy footwork.
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. I don't take disadvantage from this shot. So yeah. Let's see here. John is gonna energize attack and shoot this dude. Never mind. That would be a misfire. It still uses the energized attack, obviously. But let me just double check the misfire thing. Oh, I need to repair it. Yeah. Okay.
It didn't even misfire. You were like proceeding to kind of like go and shoot him, and the moment you do, he kind of like spike fist like tried to like push it out of your hand.
That's honestly fine. We are going to, and let me check. I can still use this as a. Where is it? There we go. Yes, I can. I can continue using the gun without shooting. We're gonna swap to our offhand and swing the pistol into his face. Oh, wrong button.
I see.
We're gonna miss.
That is definitely a miss.
Well, I will figure myself out, but that'll have to be the end of my turn.
This guy at this point also doesn't want much, so he's gonna run over here, and then as he's running away, he looks at that of the dead body and he stops for a second. He's gonna pilfer his body. comes that back to this guy. This bandit here is going to for the first almost technical first time, like his real actual turn, he's gonna actually get an attack off here. Will it matter? Who knows?
I was gonna say I'm gonna find it so funny if he crit fails. Damn it.
It's a 19 to
Sort of-
John.
That it's.
He has multi attack, so he gets 2 of these.
Oop.
Yeah,
The second one
minute.
misses. But that is 6 damage he is shanking you with. I mean,
He
not
is.
shaking, but the fists.
John is in fact still standing.
Come on, old man. I know you don't got much longer in you.
I'm only 27.
Oh, definitely older than I thought. To be fair, I will say in Zaun, not a lot of people live to a longer age.
John just is staring at this man in front of him in sheer disbelief.
Rego.
Rigo will come back down to the 10 feet, so that way they're able to see what's actually going on. Sees that guy's just pilfering, running away, but sees that John's getting close. So they are gonna shoot at the guy next to John.
Because they're off the map. I think he
Oh.
would be about 30 more feet than what you're seeing.
Ah. Because of the fog, right?
No, they're just
Or-
30 more feet off the map. I just can't represent it like that without because back here doesn't really work. It kind of messes up. But I'm just saying that this guy is 30 more feet away than than where you're actually at.
So that's still 20 feet. Regos could at least try and get close first. But if I'm still, my musket has that range of 100 or 650. Would I be able to shoot at them with the normal attack then? Or
Yep.
Cool. That does a 14 hit.
It whizzes right past both of them.
Ah.
Bullet
Well, at least
from
it
the
doesn't hit
woodworks.
John. However, that is going to be my turn.
This guy's off. John.
Yeah, since I have no more energized attack, but I do have another bravada, and let me just double check if I can do it without shooting. Do bravada. Yeah, just when attacking, I don't need to be shooting. So we're gonna swing that flintlock at the guy again. And we're gonna use our last bravery point to add a bonus of 1. Yes. Oh, again, wrong button. There we go. I'm assuming a 22 hits.
Yep.
And I don't actually know what the melee damage for the flintlock is, so I'm assuming it's what, the improvised.
Would be a D4 plus your strength modifier, I think.
Probably +1, because yeah, I'll just roll that here.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know specifically what the improvise is off the top of my head, but that sounds about right.
Improvise.
Mhm.
It's a blunt object, so it'd be 1d4 bludgeoning.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be
rank.
reduced to 1d4 plus whatever my perceived weakness is. Half of my wisdom, yeah. So 1d4 plus 1, basically. Yeah, after all modifiers. For
Nice.
5. And we're gonna swap to my offhand. And do that again. But with no bravery. Because I don't have bravery anymore. And because it's offhand, it doesn't include any modifiers. It doesn't include any of my regular stat modifiers, so instead it just includes the +1 from not perceived weakness, but duelist. Not duelist. Where is it? Duelist? No, not duelist. Desperado. Light guns.
Desperado.
Oh. So that's another 5.
Hey.
Nice.
This guy's looking weaker and weaker, but still not as weak as you look.
Yeah, and
Maintaining
John's
it,
just
brother.
gonna say, look, we know that there's a dude behind you also shooting at you. I'll give you the chance to run.
Ooh.
We'll see how that turns out.
End of turn.
This guy is done pilfering his friend's pockets and skadoodle skedaddle. He's running. This guy. Give me an intimidation check.
All right.
Ah, I
Ooh.
see.
I see.
I see.
You've
I
used your
see.
last haul.
I
Ah,
see.
Oh.
he like was looking. He looks at you. He looks at himself. He looks at you. Buddy, I ain't the one almost dead. And
I see the error in my ways.
you just gonna go for stabbing McStabbingson.
That hits. I am down.
Immediately with the rest of his turn, he's gonna start pilfering your pockets. Rhaego.
Jesus. Rhaego's gonna come up to the 30 feet as much as possible towards them. But is gonna shoot at them again with the musket.
Yep. You're at this
For a
point.
net.
He wasn't even looking, brother. You didn't have to do that to him. He wasn't even looking.
For
Oh my goodness.
20.
This guy proceeded to stab with his fist into that of John as John, losing blood, goes down and is unconscious. At the moment he goes unconscious, he's like, I gotta take what I can and go. I gotta take what I can and go. He starts like trying to. He like picks up like some money off of you, picks up a gun, and he's about to get up, and then he falls right over as a bullet went straight through his head, like straight clean through, as he slumps to the floor, and now he is down and dead.
Hallelujah.
Ending that of combat here, as pretty much CC would also get would start to get here around this time. If anybody here feels like that they can pretty much help John, you're free to do so. But we are going to be wrapping up here.
The issue, I don't know if I have anything to help him.
Cece, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was saying you pretty much just came onto into the area enough to now you see John down, and some dead bodies as well.
I have no healing.
Oh,
And
Real-
no medicine.
real quick, my drone is there. You can give it a command to send it back towards me and guide me there.
Did you tell me
Yeah,
that?
I don't
Do I
think-
know that?
No, but it's just sitting there, probably nearby.
I mean,
Um,
actually, we would also know because of last night, if we all, or at least Raga would have noticed the owl.
I
It
would
is also like it has also been like pinned to her jacket everywhere.
I mean, if nothing else, it's not like you guys can't
Yeah.
bring them back to base and go from there.
Mhm.
But in
Yeah.
either way the case, I would just straighten
Just
it there.
stabilize 'em.
But there's one more thing I want to do here before we completely wrap this up for tonight. Just do real quick. Mori and Zin, as they're pretty much both wrapping up what they're doing with that of all the mending and helping of people. A person comes up to you, Mori, that of the woman that was kind of upset earlier with that of her dying husband, and maybe there's a conversation to kind of be had next time. But what I wanted to show you importantly here is that she wants to thank you at least for saving her life, especially as what she's going to offer / give to you guys isn't something that she can even use because she was going to go to it with her husband. But she's going to give you uh she's going to give you here we go. That of 2 discreet invitations. I'm gonna put this
Ooh,
in your
what?
inventory.
Awesome. Okay. I got tickets to something.
Hold on a second. I just wanted to make sure it's actually in your inventory before I could say anything else. All right, there you go. You have uh, 2 discrete tickets, and there you go. There's the little tidbit with it too. And with that is where we will be ending our session. So thank you everybody here for watching, and hopefully we'll be back next week. Bye bye now.
See you.
Bye.